Hey KU fans, thanks for logging on to another episode of KU Sports Extra. I'm Matt Tate here at Bramlage Coliseum with Tom Keegan after an exhausting 74-71 Kansas victory. A big-time road win for KU. Physical, tough, intense, all of those words I think describe it. But what's the biggest thing that comes to mind when you think back about this game?
How hard both teams hustled. I mean, if they hustled beyond 94 feet, obviously, with Frank Mason going to the second row of press row, getting back on a table, leaping out onto the court and stealing the ball right away. Is there a sport this guy wouldn't have been great at?
Two things we can talk about with that play. Number one, thank God it was a little bit to the left, because if it was to the right of the basket, he would have come right over us. It would have been a different story. We might not even be here to talk about this. Number two, though, it gave us a great view of exactly how hard he hit, what he did after he hit. He kind of laid there for a minute, stunned, but for like half a second. And then he realized, oh, I have to get up and I have to keep playing. He did that, stepped on a table, stepped on a phone maybe even, and got back into the play, and somewhere right around here, picked up a steal that really I thought was the signature play of the game. It didn't lead to points, it didn't win the game, but it told you that Kansas was willing to go to those lengths to do it. Not that K-State wasn't, but KU just made a few more plays like that.
Teams talk all the time about you got to know what your identity is. There's no question what this team's identity is. They compete. They're a very, very competitive, intense team. They really, really try hard, and when you've got ability and you try really hard, hey. And Josh Jackson said it rubs off.
Yeah. When
you see him, Josh Jackson doesn't need anybody rubbing off on him. He's a very intense competitor, and so is Devontae Graham. But if those three guys, everyone else rubs off on them, that's good news.
Sure, yeah, and it usually leads to a lot of wins. KU's 21-3 now, 9-2 in Big 12 play, and a couple of noteworthy things about this game. Number one, Carlton Bragg was back. The 3-game suspension is over. It ended 4:58 into this game. He checked in with 15:02 to play in the first half.
Played terrific.
Played a really good first half. Even Bill Self went as far to say great minutes in the first half. Not as good in the second half, partly because he injured his ankle. We don't know the severity of that. Self hadn't even
missed an easy shot.
Found out. Yeah, he did miss an easy putback, but you see what they were missing with him, and you see what they can be with him. I mean, this is a guy who hasn't played in a couple of weeks, or at least 3 games, and
played with a clear head, played tough,
right?
Hung tough underneath. Hit the boards hard on the offensive boards.
Sure.
He was good.
Yeah, I think if this can be sort of the starting point and he can just get a little bit better each game the rest of the way, they got 7 conference games left, then the tournament, Big 12 tournament, and then the NCAA tournament. If he improves each of those games.
Or if he gives them what he gave them tonight.
That'd be fine too, yeah. 14 minutes, something like that, 6 points, 3 for 4. A really, really good welcome back type of game for him. And then, of course, the game was down to the wire again. And
it's always fun here.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I mean, the crowd was incredible. The signs, the cheers, the jeers, the energy. An hour and a half before tip-off, they were seated and fired up. I mean, it does bring a lot of excitement to the game.
Yeah, and this is a really good win because it was a tough atmosphere. Now, if they could just figure out how to win at home.
Right.
They are in such a slump at home.
Yeah. How long has it been since they won there?
Well, they won 51 in a row before the last loss. But I mean, that's unacceptable
right.
to lose a game at home.
That's true, yeah.
I'm sure there are sports talk radio hosts faking outrage over that loss.
I thought it really aided KU's effort here tonight. I think they brought a lot more energy. Mason would have done that anyway. That's who he is. But I thought everybody was locked in. Everybody was turned up just a little bit. And it's because they have pride. They don't want to go lose 2 in a row. That's not what they're about. I thought it was really impressive to watch just from the start that was evident tonight. Again, though, you talked about how hard they compete and that's their identity. They also close. This game was tied at 63, I think. And Svi got a big-time shot from the corner. He didn't have a great night offensively. A couple of decent plays here and there, but didn't make a bunch of shots. Hit a big shot down there in the corner. Basically the game winner. I mean, it put him up to stay.
Yep.
And Josh Jackson made that pass. How good was he?
He was terrific. He played some good defense. He was... he came out in the second half and hit 2 quick threes.
Yeah.
He's still shooting great from 3. That's a huge, huge thing for him. Now he's just got to figure out how to make free throws, 2 for 5. That and staying out of foul trouble, the 2 last things that have to round into shape for him. But my money's on him. He's a clutch individual.
Well, if he does that and he puts those things together with what he gives on a night like this, he's destined for a 30-point game real soon. And I think he could take over any game, anytime. He was really good tonight. They all were. It was again, like you said, a very big time win. And now they have the week off. The rest of the week they go down to Lubbock, Texas this weekend to take on Texas Tech. Another road game, another Big 12 road game. None of it's easy. That one won't be easy. Any thoughts there?
They played 2 really good halves against Texas Tech last time and played a good, solid game. But you go on the road and things are tougher. There are no layups here this year, I don't think. Offhand, is there a team that's...
No, not
there
even
is.
close.
There's not a really lousy team in the conference, is there?
I don't think so.
No, because Oklahoma State's winning now. They won at West Virginia, and we knew they weren't lousy. They were just losing close ones.
Yeah, good stuff. There's 7 games to go, and KU's in a really good position. Would have been okay if they lost this one. It wouldn't have been an awful loss, but they didn't do it. They found a way and competed and got a big win. 74-71 here in Manhattan, Kansas. KU's now 25-4 in this building. Pretty good.
Yeah,
now,
it's a cool building.
It is. It was a great night, great atmosphere. Any final thoughts?
Purple.
All around us. For Mr. Purple, I'm me. We'll talk to you guys on another episode of KU Sports Extra real soon. Thanks for checking out this one. We'll talk to you later.